This is Dan Gvozden from GrindMyReels.com with my top 10 films of 2014. My number 10 is Edge of Tomorrow from director Doug Liman. When I first saw the trailer for Edge of Tomorrow, I thought, this film looks disastrous. Images flashed before me with little context, and the story seemed nearly impenetrable. The film's box office take seems to reflect this confusing marketing, so much so that the film was retitled Live, Die, Repeat for its home video release. Hopefully with this new marketing, the film will find its audience, because I found it to be the most entertaining film of the summer and one of the most fun takes on the science fiction genre in some time. Tom Cruise plays against type as the cowardly Major William Cage, who is forced to don an exosuit in the battle against the Mimics, a force of seemingly unstoppable alien invaders that resemble killer koosh balls. Through a series of events, Cruise gains Bill Murray's powers of repeating the same day over and over again, except this time the daily restart is triggered by his death. Edge of Tomorrow quickly takes this video game concept and has tremendous fun with it, killing Cruise hundreds of times as he slowly learns to become a hero. The real surprise of the show is his co-star Emily Blunt, as a battle-hardened military hero who takes Cage under her wing. Their relationship is treated with real care and allows Blunt to embody a truly empowering female character, complete with a mechanized cricket bat to destroy her enemies. Here, Cruise's cowardly Cage makes a plea of the less than amused Rita.
Stop, wait. Stop, wait a second. Wait a second. Because I've been thinking. This thing's in my blood. So maybe there's some way I can transfer it to you.
I've tried everything, it doesn't work.
Have you tried all the options?
Oh, you mean sex? Yeah, tried it.
How many times?
All right.
Number 9 is Force Majeure from writer-director Ruben Östlund. Director David Fincher tried his best to take a stab at the gender expectations and sexual dynamics of married life in his Gone Girl, but was far less successful than Swedish director Ruben Östlund's Force Majeure. This dark comedy places a Swedish family in the French Alps on a picturesque family vacation. The film opens with the family posing for the perfect picture, a forced expression of their less-than-perfect family dynamic. When a man-made avalanche threatens to destroy their lodgings, the split-second reaction of Thomas, played by Johannes Kuhnke, seemingly reveals his cowardice nature. Here is the avalanche scene that sets the story in motion.
Finns det ingen parmesan?
Oj, kolla här.
Was det en lavin eller?
Ja, den är kontrollerad. Alltså, det är såna jäkla krafter.
Är det safe?
Ja, de vet vad de gör.
Pappa!
Ja, det är ingen fara.
Just den där kontrollerad.
Harry, det är lugnt. Harry!
The effect this avalanche and Thomas's reaction has on his marriage through the eyes of his wife seems to be more disastrous than the avalanche itself. The film continues to deconstruct their marriage until its absolutely stunning finale that relocated my stomach to my throat for its entirety. Number 8 is The Trip to Italy from writer-director Michael Winterbottom. The Trip quickly became famous for Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon's hilariously accurate impressions of Michael Caine and their ensuing competition to prove theirs the more precise of the two. Those who watched beyond this YouTube clip found a film with a wonderfully truthful portrayal of male friendship, specifically just how competitive two friends can be. The Trip to Italy offers more of what made The Trip so wonderful. The food porn, witty banter, beautiful scenery, and camaraderie are all back. However, this time the roles of the two friends are flipped. Bryden's jokes quickly reveal a hidden insecurity that manifests itself in ruinous ways as the two tour the Italian coast. I laughed myself silly throughout the film, until that very humor gave way to a richly dramatic core that elevated the film far above the original. If Michael Winterbottom, Steve Coogan, and Rob Brydon plan to travel to another European location for a third film, I will book a ticket to join them in a heartbeat.
Doesn't get much better than that, Rob.
Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous.
A dolce vita. We're living the dream. It's funny, isn't it? When women that age just look straight through us, don't they?
Non-threatening.
Yeah, they don't even find us threatening. They don't even find me lascivious, because they think I couldn't possibly be thinking like that.
The one in the blue top looks like a younger me. The younger, idealized version of me. A lovely hybrid of Springsteen and Pacino.
He's like you after a computer has corrected all your deficiencies.
He's an airbrushed me, isn't he?
He's like the best surgeon in the world.
Yeah.
He's been given a year with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Number 7 is Birdman from writer-director Alejandro González Iñárritu. Birdman flies high on the back of its incredible ensemble cast consisting of Michael Keaton, Edward Norton, Emma Stone, Zach Galifianakis, Amy Ryan, and Naomi Watts. Keaton soars back to his former glory as Regan Thompson, an actor seeking to restart his career after he quit portraying the superhero Birdman over 2 decades prior by directing and starring in a Broadway production. Iñárritu and cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki's camera portrays the film in a single shot, digitally edited together to capture Regan's slow descent into madness. As a secondary effect, this camera technique allows Birdman's actors to disappear into their characters in long, theatrical scenes that build and build until the tension becomes downright dangerous.
Let's go. Walk.
Where are we going?
Get you some coffee. Did I do something to disrespect you?
Not yet.
Look, I have a lot riding on this fucking plane.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. People know who I am.
Bullshit. They don't know you, your work, man. They know the guy from the bird suit who goes and tells coy, slightly vomitous stories on Letterman.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm popular, Mike.
Popular? You know, I don't give a shit. Popular? Popularity is the slutty little cousin of prestige, my friend.
Okay, I don't even know what the fuck that means, so.
Well, it means my reputation is riding on this, and that's worth a lot. Exactly.
Right.
Fuck you. Yes. If this doesn't work out for you, you fuck off back to your studio pals and dive back into that cultural genocide you guys are perpetrating. You know, the douchebag's born every minute. That was P.T. Barnum's premise when he invented the circus, and nothing much has changed. And you guys know that if you crank out any toxic piece of crap, people will line up and pay to see it. But long after you're gone, I'm gonna be on that stage, earning my living, bearing my soul, wrestling with complex human emotions.
The line between reality and imagination continues to blur as the world of Regan's theatrical production completely takes over his mind. Only as Regan races through Times Square in his underwear are we given a brief glimpse that a world exists outside of the looming opening of Regan's show. Number 6 is Ida from writer-director Paweł Pawlikowski. I suspect that Ida is one of the most beautiful and moving black and white films that has ever graced the medium. The film tells the story of a young Polish woman named Ida who is intent on taking her vows to become a sister of the church. To do so, her mother superior orders her to investigate her past and learn of the fate of her parents through her estranged aunt. Ida and her aunt Wanda Cruz take an odd couple road trip through 1961 Poland to reveal the fate of Ida's parents, who are revealed early on to be Jewish. The trip awakens Ida to the world around her and casts serious doubts on her future with the church. The film stunningly portrays post-World War II Poland and challenged my preconceived notions about how innocence and knowledge intersect with each other. The photography by Rysgaard Lenczewski and Lucas Zahl is perfectly framed throughout the entire film and pushes extreme compositions meant to assert the presence of God on his parishioners. Number 5 is Boyhood from writer-director Richard Linklater. In the Before Sunrise, Sunset, Midnight series, Richard Linklater chronicles the lives of Jesse and Celine in real time, checking in on them every 9 years. With Boyhood, he shot several minutes of film every year for the past 12 years to tell the story of Mason Jr., played by Eller Coltrane, and his growth from the age of 6 to 18. This portrayal of time is a monumental achievement that took patience and persistence on the parts of everyone involved in the production. The result is no trick. Boyhood poetically captures the quick slippage of time and how little decisions can alter one's life. When young Mason Jr. is playing with saw blades, I seized up with tension over how one wrong move could forever alter his life. Time has never been portrayed in a visual medium like this, and for that reason, emotionally, technically, and intellectually, Boyhood is a tremendous success. Here, Mason's dad, brilliantly portrayed by Linklater's constant collaborator Ethan Hawke, talks to his kids during one of his visits.
Talk to me. Samantha, how was your week? I don't know, Dad, it was kind of tough. Billy and Ellen broke up, and Ellen's kind of mad at me because she saw me talking to Billy in the cafeteria. And you remember that sculpture I was working on? Well, it was a unicorn, and the horn broke off, so now it's a zebra, okay? But I still think I'm going to get an A, right? Mason, how was your week? Well, Dad, you know, it's kind of tough. Joe, he's kind of a jerk. Actually, he stole some cigarettes from his mom. He wanted me to smoke them, but I said no because I knew what a hard time you had quitting smoking, Dad. How about that? Is that so hard?
Dad, these questions are kind of hard to answer.
What is so hard to answer about what sculpture are you making?
It's abstract.
Okay, that's good. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were even interested in abstract art.
I'm not. They make us do it.
But Dad, I mean, why is it all on us though? You know, what about you? How was your week? You know, who do you hang out with? Do you have a girlfriend? What have you been up to?
I see your point. So we should just let it happen more naturally, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, that's what we'll do. Starting now.
Number 4 is Whiplash from writer-director Damien Chazelle. Damien Chazelle's debut feature, Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench from 2009, showcased a youthful energy and unique vision for capturing the magic of musical performance. His second film, Whiplash, shows that he's a director who has grown in innumerable ways since his first film. Miles Teller portrays a young jazz drummer whose drive to become the best lands him a spot at a prestigious music conservatory and in a band with an abusive conductor played by J.K. Simmons. Here they are in their first time playing together.
Wait for my cue. 5, 6, 7. Rushing. 5, 6, and dragging. 5, 6, and. Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
The tempo?
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
I don't know.
Start counting.
5, 6, 7.
In 4, damn it! Look at me!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now, was I rushing or was I dragging?
The two deliver the best performances of their career as they clash both inside and outside of the classroom. At what lengths and costs will both Teller and Simmons' characters go to for perfection? A climactic duel between the two hints at a destructive and dark answer and packs more firepower than any war film could ever muster. Number 3 is Nightcrawler from writer-director Dan Gilroy. Every generation a film comes along to reflect culture's misplaced values or misunderstanding of where importance should lie. From Travis Bickle to Patrick Bateman, film audiences have regularly been introduced to characters that exist to exploit, intentionally or not, the holes in society. Regardless of their actions, often quite monstrous, These characters' actions are championed as success stories. Nightcrawler's Lou Bloom is no different. After a close encounter with a deadly after-hours accident on the freeway, Lou becomes obsessed with the idea of joining the ranks of Los Angeles' Nightcrawlers, cameramen who chase after police reports of grisly crimes for footage they can sell to morning news programs. If it bleeds, it leads is the mantra here, and these stations are willing to back up their words with a hefty sum of money. Jake Gyllenhaal's Lou is the most interesting character this year, and my absolute favorite performance. Coupled with cinematographer Robert Elswit's nighttime photography of Los Angeles, Nightcrawler presents a terrifyingly twisted perspective of capitalism played out to an extreme. Lou manipulates and disposes of his partners with such ease and numbness that each scene of the film feels like a trap just waiting to be sprung. Here Lou lists what he wants out of his deal with the news networks.
The name of my company is Video Production News, a professional news gathering service. That's how it should be read and that's how it should be said. I also want to go to the next rung and meet your team, and the station manager and the director and the anchors, and start developing my own personal relationships. I'd like to start meeting them this morning. You'll take me around, you'll introduce me as the owner and president of Video Production News and remind them of some of my many other stories. I'm not done. I also want to stop our discussion over prices. This will save time. So when I say that a particular number is my lowest price, that's my lowest price. And you can be assured that I arrived at whatever that number is very carefully. Now, when I say that I want these things, I mean that I want them.
When Nightcrawler culminated in one of the slickest shot and performed car chases I've ever seen, the audience in my theater burst into spontaneous applause. How's that for a success story? Number 2 is The Grand Budapest Hotel by writer-director Wes Anderson. After my disappointment with Moonrise Kingdom, I felt like the time had come for Wes Anderson to try something new with his directorial choices. I felt he had mined his particular style for all the charms and surprises that he could. That said, I love to be proved wrong. With The Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson doubled down on his signature style for what might be the most Wes Anderson-y film he's ever made. To that point, The Grand Budapest Hotel is his most successful film to date that utilizes all the different directions his career has taken him and blends them all together in one delicious package, complete with a cherry on top. Ray Fiennes' Gustave is just a joy to watch as his gentlemanly front gives way to fits of expletives and physical violence. When he and his lobby boy, newcomer Tony Revolori, go on the run with a painting from one of Gustave's deceased customers, the film opens up to a grand chase of the mountains, hotels, trains, and prisons that is consistently hilarious, thrilling, and even scary. There are sequences of this film that feel like lost Hitchcock short films. In this clip, Zero, his lobby boy, shows up for his first day on the job.
Who are you?
I'm Zero, sir. The new lobby boy.
Zero, you say?
Yes, sir.
Well, I've never heard of you, never laid eyes on you. Who hired you?
Mr. Mosher, sir.
Mr. Mosher?
Yes, Monsieur Gustave.
Am I to understand you've surreptitiously hired this young man in the position of a lobby boy?
He's been engaged for a trial period, pending your approval, of course.
Perhaps, yes. Thank you, Mr. Mosher.
You're most welcome, Monsieur Gustave.
You're now going to be officially interviewed.
Should I go and light the candle first, sir?
What? No. Experience.
Hotel Kinski, kitchen boy, 6 months. Hotel Berlitz, mop and broom boy, 3 months. Before that, I was a skillet scrubber.
Experience, 0.
Thank you again, Monsieur Gustave.
Straighten that cap, Anatole. The pleasure's mine, Herr Schneider.
Mr. Asbusted.
These are not acceptable.
I fully agree.
Education.
I studied reading and spelling. I started my primary school. I almost finished.
Education, 0.
Now it's exploded.
Good morning, Cicero. Call the goddamn plumber.
This afternoon, Monsieur Gustave.
Will that fail, Frau Liebling?
What on earth is?
Not now. Family?
0.
6, Igor.
The Grand Budapest Hotel is the film that reinvigorated my desire for more of Wes Anderson's distinct aesthetic just when I was ready to label it as played out. Number 1, and my favorite film of 2014, is Under the Skin from writer-director Jonathan Glazer. When I first left Under the Skin, I was a bit flummoxed. The film is an unapologetically unique experience from a perspective that I've never seen a film take before. Scarlett Johansson plays an alien in human skin that roams the Glasgow countryside and shopping malls searching for a male prey to seduce. The filmmakers attached hidden cameras to her van to capture real men interacting with Johansson before she takes them back to her apartment. What happens in the apartment has to be seen to be believed, but know that her intentions aren't exactly pure. Here, Johansson picks up her first victim.
Very charming. It's better.
Yeah, sorted.
You have a handsome face.
Aye,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, cheers.
You think I'm pretty?
Aye, you're gorgeous.
Do you?
Aye, definitely.
Good.
Under the Skin is unique as its story is told as if an alien stepped behind the camera to direct it. The imagery of motorcyclists driving through the night and Johansson prowling through a dance club is abstracted and sleek, as if all the emotion and human folly were extracted. A baby screams for its parents on a beach, and Johansson walks right past it, uncaring and unsympathetic. This perspective applies to Mika Levi's unsettling score featuring atonal strings and dancing electronic sounds that dance from speaker to speaker. It is an experience that got under my skin, pardon the expression, and never left me. Months later, I find myself thinking more and more about Under the Skin as the most purely cinematic experience I've had in the theater this year. That's not to mention that the film presents a strong commentary on female body image and what it means to be human in a way that is truly haunting. Combine all of these elements, and Under the Skin stands out as an experience unique to cinema and my favorite film of 2014.